So I spent the weekend with the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus here. And so far, I have to say, just during my sort of weekend impressions, it is probably one of the best smartphones that I've used so far, and probably the best of 2017 coming out here, and especially one of the best coming from Samsung. It is a really well refined device, and it's got great design and great aspects sort of all around. But I really want to just kind of in this video give you my weekend impressions with it. It's not my full review. It's just for those out there that are probably like just trying to confirm that they bought a great device, or they're pretty much knowing that they're going to go right out and buy it and just want that little push to just go and grab it. Well, that's what this video here is going to be for, and kind of answer those sort of questions. So let's start off the story here where it always starts off in the beginning, which is the packaging and what you get when you do grab yourself a Samsung Galaxy S8. So when you get the Galaxy S8, you'll notice that the packaging is really nice, the presentation is really good. You get an all black box there with sort of the blue S8 logo sitting right there on it. It's really nice. Got to commend Samsung for keeping the packaging and presentation looking real good, and they step the game up each and every year and iteration of a Galaxy device. Now inside you'll get pretty much typically what you expect inside your accessories. You do have your adaptive wall charger that is fast charging as well too, because the Galaxy S8 supports fast charging wired or wireless. You also get a USB Type-C cable. You also get a micro USB to USB-C adapter, and then you also get a USB transfer adapter, so you can use Samsung Smart Switch to be able to transfer data from your old device to your Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, whichever one that you have. But there is another way to use that. You can use it wirelessly. We did do a video on that, so definitely check that out where you can see how to use Samsung Smart Transfer wirelessly. Now, the other big thing that the Galaxy S8 comes with is the headphones. These are Samsung headphones that are tuned by AKG. You want to make sure that you understand that they're not AKG headphones. They're tuned by that, as Juan Bagnoff and Pocono sort of called out there on that. So you want to make sure you understand that. Now, that being said, the headphones, so far my first impressions, I do like the way the cabling is made so it can prevent it from sort of tangling. Audio quality, it's pretty good. It's better than what you're going to get out of most headphones that are included inside most smartphones. You're definitely going to have to use the software on the audio software on the Galaxy S8 to kind of tune it up a little bit to make it sound a little bit better, because it's not really that bass heavy, but it's okay and will do the job for the most part. I do, however, think they could do something a little bit different, but it is a nice pair of $100 headphones, I'd have to say. I think they should do something a little bit different on the audio side when they package this up. I'll get into that a little bit later. Taking a look around the Galaxy S8 Plus, the first thing you notice obviously is a 6.2-inch infinity display. Big, vibrant, pretty much takes up the full front of the phone. Right above that is an 8-megapixel front-facing camera. Right below there, right underneath, is a sort of a vibrating haptic feedback for a button. There isn't any more physical home button, but so you have a button there that sort of feels like a click. Interesting so far. Not quite sure how I feel about it just yet. But if we take a look at the bottom of the phone, you'll also see a headphone jack, USB-C port. You'll also see your speaker grill right there. It's just one speaker grill on the side. It's very easy to cover, especially when listening to anything. If you're listening to any audio, watching a video, and you kind of put your finger right there on it, it's really easy to cover up and get very muffled up. You can actually resize it so it takes advantage of ratio. Watching the content things a lot. Now on the sides, you do have your volume, and you also have the dedicated Bixby button, which is Samsung's assistant. It's in there, but the voice part of it isn't quite ready yet. They haven't released that part yet, so it's kind of hard to kind of give you my opinion on Bixby right now so far. You do have a power button on the other side of it. On the back, you do have a 12-megapixel camera. It's definitely an improved sensor. We'll get into the camera just a little bit. You do have dual tone flash, and you have a fingerprint sensor, which is in a very interesting position. Now, at first, it wasn't such a big deal about the fingerprint sensor. It works fast and it's decent for the most part. I know for some people it's going to be a little bit difficult, especially if smaller hands, unlike me, which I have giant hands, that sensor is going to be sort of in an awkward position. But I don't think it's so much that the sensor is there. It's kind of the shape of it that I think is really awkward. Instead of making it a circle next to there, or making it the same square and rounded sort of edges, sort of how the camera is, sort of the camera hump is right there, I think that would have made it a lot easier to find, a lot easier to press down on, and would make it a little bit easier for most people. Now, Samsung has given you a bunch of different ways, from facial recognition, iris scanning, to pins, passwords, all sorts of security inside of here to basically unlock your phone the fastest way, or whichever way you feel the most comfortable with. So It is a bit of an annoyance, but it's not terribly bad. I do think they could have designed it just a little bit better. So hopefully on the next Galaxy phone, so you know they kind of change things around there just a little bit with that. But that's just the hardware, talking about that right now. Very well built phone. It's IP68, water and dust resistant. Haven't had a chance to test that part out just yet, but it just feels really good in the hand. It feels like a very premium smartphone. Now, the other thing that's premium inside of here is the specs. It's running a Snapdragon 835 processor with 4 GB of RAM. It has Android 7 in it, and it also has Samsung's user experience. No longer called TouchWiz. It's their, I won't say it's their new software experience, but it's probably their most refined software experience. And I have really enjoyed using this. It's really nice and elegant in a lot of different ways. The UI is very clean throughout and very uniform throughout so far with it. One of the things I really liked is being able to sort of just hold on an icon and instantly it pops up with several different quick actions that you can do and take right on there, which is I think a really cool thing. It makes things a little bit easier. It makes it so that everything's sort of maybe 1 or 2 touches away within the software. But overall, so far my first impressions, no sort of lag or slowdown, no weird bugs. Well, I shouldn't say that. There is one weird bug that I think is related to Verizon units that when you have the phone on Wi-Fi, they sent out some update that forces DQA to constantly kind of crash. And it happens and then it doesn't happen, and then it happens and it doesn't happen. But I think that has more to do with what Verizon sort of sent, more so than the smartphone here itself. I only heard it so far on the Verizon devices. Maybe some others have had that issue. If you had, leave a comment below. Hopefully in the next week or so, they'll be able to sort of fix that and get that running up. But so far, this is probably the best software I've used coming from Samsung. I've never been a big hater of TouchWiz. I know a lot of people that have either a real strong opinion of love for them or a real strong opinion to hate for it. But what I like about it is it isn't sort of that candy colored coated look that it used to be. And you can theme this out as much as you want to. You can go get a material dark theme if you want to do that as well too. I haven't done that yet because I've been kind of enjoying just sort of the base sort of look that Samsung's put in here in the user experience. So that's been pretty good so far. So that's my impression of the software so far with it. In terms of battery life, I can't really say too much. I've only been able to use it for about a weekend or so. It has a 3,500 mAh battery inside of it. It's been working so far, but I want to give you some real battery life, some real world usage out of it because screen on time I don't think is really necessarily a great indication of battery and real world use. So as I go through this, and again, I'll give you my review on that. I'll mention more about battery life in that case. But I can talk quickly about the camera system inside of here. Let's first start off with the rear-facing camera, which is a 12 megapixel sensor. It is an improved sensor, and I got the chance to take some photos. This is just all on auto mode, by the way. And the photos that I took on a sort of a gloomy day that we had here in Boston on a Saturday, and the photos came out actually pretty good and pretty nice looking in terms of sort of the lighting condition that were going on with that. I also got some shots during the day. The next day, you can kind of see when it's bright and vibrant outside, you can get some really amazing and really good looking shots there with that. I did also get some night shots as well too, which you can see right here in some low light sort of conditions, and it does a pretty good job working there. I also took some pictures with the front-facing camera, which is a 8 megapixel sensor inside of it. Not the biggest person of selfies, so I can just tell you it works and looks pretty good. It looks better than I remember with other previous Samsung devices. Did take some video as well too, which you can kind of check out here. I took some video of the front and rear, so the rear-facing camera can do 4K. Now, if you do record in 4K, you don't get the options of HDR or anything like that, so you just have to be kind of aware with that. And the front-facing camera can actually record in 2K, which has been going on since about the Note 4, so they've been keeping that consistent there with 2K quality in the front. So you can check out some of these videos here. Now, a couple of videos that are looking real smooth, I did use my Osmo Mobile by DJI, which I've been also reviewing on the side too, thanks to B&H Photo, so you can sort of see some of the clips in there of that. But you can overall, you know, the video quality is pretty good here so far in the Galaxy S8. So that's my weekend impressions with the Samsung Galaxy S8, specifically the S8 Plus. I will be doing a full review on this. I'm going to give it some time to really dig deep into here and make sure that we get a nice quality review going for you guys, and make sure we let you know that if this is one of the best smartphones out in 2017, and so far it pretty much is. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything you specifically want me to take a look or want me to check out, please leave your comments below on that. I'll definitely try to add that. I'll definitely do some different videos about the S8 as we sort of go along here, and definitely stay tuned for that. But make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. We have an S8 playlist as well too, so definitely check that out. We'll be adding new videos to that as we do more coverage on this bad boy right here. So this is BWOne here from BWOne. Thank you for watching, and always remember to live your tech world in high definition.